this motion. So this allows this to happen to the arm. Yeah? And then the jaw is really just following that motion. You're not bucketing it, but you're not doing this. Yeah? So just from this position, just do this. This. Just try that. Yeah? Since I have really bad knees, again, and you could not get into hito-emi. This is kamai, and the hito-emi is a wider stance where you open the body up. Hito-emi means half body. Yeah? Okay, so in this sense here, this is ki kamai, this is hito-emi. But if you're in kamai, and the body is in this position, okay, this asks about that you don't actually have the space to do this motion. You have the space if you open the body up here. Then you can do this motion. Yeah? Okay, so when Sensei could not get in hito-emi and was doing skis in kamai, we had like 15 years of people copying this. Yeah? And this is not actually when you're in this position. Yeah? This is something else. So then this is happening. But this is not happening here. You can't do this. Yeah? Then you start to distort the skin. Or block your shoulder here. Yeah? Okay, I try again. Okay, so think about the ski. The first thing I do is go down. So the first thing I do is going to be using the ground like a wave. That means I'm not doing this like that. Doing this. So the first thing that happens is like, boom. Okay. So you're there, and then the first thing is you sink, you go, boom, like that. Yeah? So now stick your mind, I really feel that this allows the center to compress, and then the weight comes forward like that. Boom. Okay. Yeah? Okay, good. So those are the key revision points. So we also yesterday worked on higher, so now we're going to work on higher guys. We revised this yesterday. So, front, and then turn into yokomushi. Yeah? Okay. Thrust, turn, and then cut it. Yeah, I together. I gaeshi or ski. Amae. Okay, so this process of trying to integrate the body into one functional unit is like a delicate process of bringing everything together. So here, really think center, foot, heel. We talked about this feeling. And then together there. But be careful going there and then starting here and then moving the body. Yeah? So really become aware of these 3 points. Okay, here, the center, the heel of the hand and the foot. This feeling. And then together. So one thing. Yeah, I tried that. Go on tempo. So we're going to go into hasso. Okay, so you have a thrust. Okay, higher gaeshi, and then here, move into this position here. Yeah, you're going to finish here, not up here back to normal. Yeah? Okay, so 3 movements. 1. Okay, 2. On the spot, and then into this position here. Okay, so here, 1. 2. This, there. Yeah? Right. Oh! Okay. After everything is an advanced move. That's why. Be careful with this point here. This, that. A big gap in your connection with the weapon, yeah? That's really like a dead moment for the weapon. So we're really trying to feel that when you do this, the hand is like following it. It's following it, yeah? Okay, so I have this motion here. And then here, this feeling is happening. Yeah? But not that. Yeah, at your own tempo. Try to throw it down and try to feel that it's, yeah, you have a connection, but you're not doing this. Throwing it with the arms away from the body. Yeah? Okay, so slow it down and feel that your arm. This. So this motion in the body connects to the weapon. This. Yeah? But not that. Not that. Yeah? I try again. Okay, one more step, then we're going to count. From here, here. So again, really now don't forget to kind of like a strike or a block, yeah? So again, the hip work is much deeper. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's okay. Yes, we're both in mind. So I open up to this side and you don't feel the yoke in there. Like that. Okay? So, we'll do blending, open up there, it comes in, and then finish it. Yeah? Open up. this, you go in there, and then come back. Yeah? Think of a spiral. Okay? Think of a and then there. So this motion brings me right back to the center line. Okay? So then back. Yeah, I like it. So again, go slow. What we've just done is this. Comes in, this. And then I go there. Yeah? We now turn this together in one thing. One move. Yeah? Okay, you can also do this. Straight onto the solar plexus. No contact. And you can also do this. Oh! Into the tail. Yeah, so you can do three things now. Yeah? Go slow, play with the end, and this is in the artist. So the basic is slowly straight back. Slight displacement inside. Slight change here. And up there. So you can do whatever you want. One of those three. If you only want to do one, you can do that. Otherwise, play with it. I know that. If you think about the very first one we did, this is the easiest in the sense that, okay, so you can shoot slow motion, I'm going to meet it there. I'm going to be meeting the weapon at this point here. Quite early in the strike, yeah? And then I complete it here. Okay, when I do the other one, it's completed and then I go there. So the strike goes way past. So I'm slightly changing the timing, yeah? Yeah? So think about it. Here, I'm there and there. Okay? And here, I'm letting it pass. So I meet him at the same time, but I change my rhythm. Yeah? Okay? A lot of you are trying to do the same rhythm with all of them. It's not working. Yeah? Same thing with the other one. I meet him right in between this. In between. You see? So I've got an early timing, a mid timing, and a late timing. Yeah? So that's what I want you to become sensitive. The techniques are just expressions of that. If you try to do the same timing with different rhythms, that's when the Iwama starts to go wrong. Yeah? Especially when I do this one here, I need to be very slow. Yeah? I need to be that I don't get that timing, and as I hit him in the forearm. This is where a lot of you are going into dangerous places. Yeah? Okay? So if I do this timing here, and I do this timing here, there's slightly something changing. It can't be the same. Yeah? Okay? So, change things. Oh! Oh! Looks the same, right? It's not. Yeah? Everything changes. In each of them. Yeah? I got it. Okay. Most of you, a lot of you are having trouble with this one. You're going there and then you arrive after it's finished. And that's not going to work. It's already like settled. Yeah? Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to just focus on how to work on this. This is like breaking it down. Yeah? So you asked for the speed, you want to say medium speed. He comes in, body work always. Yeah? So again, this idea that when he moves, I move with him. This feeling. Yeah? Then the jaw somehow gets into place with him. It's not blocking him. The jaw is not blocking him. There. Okay? Then I get into position, but I don't do the technique yet. Yeah? But the key thing is I'm with him the whole time. And then, yeah, at some point, I got it. Yeah? And then when you feel you've got it, then you can say, go fast. Oh! Yeah? Yeah, so go slow, get it, play with it, build it up. Once you got it, stress it by going faster. When it falls apart, you drop down. Okay? This is really how you learn it, yeah? Most of the time the teacher just teaches the technique, we just hammer the technique. This is a very difficult way of learning. You need to understand how to build it up and break it down. Yeah? Okay? Play with this one technique. I try to go. So now we're doing this one here. Can come out both of us, and I drop a little bit to the left. He comes in with your combination on the other side. Okay? And this position here is going to be long there, and then coming into this position there. With the humming right on the center line there. So we'll just first of all, for the beginners, do this in 2 steps. Okay, open up. Okay. Curling in here, find the jaw. There. Hands up, come into this position. Yeah? Yeah? So you're both in Kenkamai. Open to the left. Move the body. Drop. Slide the right hand up, left hand down. Yeah, I tried that. Okay? Okay, so we're both in Kenkamai. I've changed now from this one to this one. Okay, now drop to the left. It comes in with Yoko Meguchi. There. Okay, now right hand slides right to the bottom and then back there. Right hand slides up, left hand slides down. There's a lot of mechanics, I know, but okay, but this is the move. Yeah? Okay, take the right over to the left. Okay. Find the weapon, go up, slide, and come to this position. Yeah, I like it. Okay, give yourself, this is like such a basic level of practice, but really give yourself the time to feel this, yeah? Okay, I get to this position here, I get to this position. So my body is in this motion. It's not that I'm going here and just like doing that. Yeah, so again, you need to communicate your body to your mind. This training will again lead to, whenever you do any kind of technique in taijutsu, it's going to be like, you don't just do this, you communicate the body. The body goes through it. So this is exactly the same thing here. Yeah? So go nice and slow. Yeah? Find this. And then this. Not that. Yeah? I try again. Go. There it comes in. And then take your time. Yeah? So we're just going to put the first one in. Yeah? Okay, so here. And he waits in front of this position. Yeah? So now you're blending with that first move. So again, when he moves. Yeah, I try again. Now we're going to go down to one movement. So what we've done, okay, we've done this basically when we waited, and then we found the end of the job. Okay, then we did the same thing with our hasso here, where I find the end of the job here. And now we're going to do a change of hands. Watch. Okay, now the jaw comes, attack, I go there, sorry, comes there. Okay, I go there, okay. Yes. Okay, now my hand doesn't reach the bottom. Yeah? Okay, slower. Okay, we go here. Yes. This changes now. Yeah? So this is where you do one fluid thing. Yeah? Okay, so you drop here. This speed. Yeah? So attack slowly with the hands are different. Yeah? Is this speed. Yeah? I tried that. Okay, so we're going to go down to this one. So again, the same thing, slow, blending here with that movement, opening up. Okay, now wait, now he attacks. There, to the side again. So we'll do this in two moves first. Yeah? So here, open up. There, to the side. Yeah? So I'm going to let it practice this. So here it comes in, and then from here it follows straight away. Yeah? So again, this is for him to practice now. And there you go. This kind of speed. There. Yeah, I tried that. Keep it slow. One fluid connection between us. Now just go straight through into the move. It's very important that his attack remains and he follows straight into the attack. He doesn't break that. Yeah? And then you just fold inside. Yeah, I tried that. When you do the one we did before, like when we just did it, he just did a nagare, and then I come in and then I go there and I'm coming back to this position. I get all the way back here. Yeah? Essentially, the time I get there, he's coming. He's just following through. But what's happening now is not that. He comes in and then this. I'm moving in straight to, I'm moving spiraling straight away. It's very slow. Yeah? So watch this. If I go back here and then I'm walking into the spiral. Yeah? But what I need to do is he comes in here. Here. You see what I'm doing? It's not the same movement. It's this movement now. Yeah, I try to go. Watch. If I do it solo, I come back, I come forward. Yeah? Yeah? But what I'm doing now is this. That's what I'm doing. So it's much more spiraling work, yeah? So it's this. But it's not this. That's basic, that's the previous level. So this and this is now changing to that. Yeah? I'm done. This is still. Okay? And the next step is to go here and then move from the center and cut. Okay, I want to get to this position and again you go to the arms. I'm still moving from the center here. Yeah? And the third step is to have that whole thing centered in the Ueshiba. See, it's like boom, it's dragging. So I'm really exaggerating this movement now. So we're going to do 3 steps. The first is the hasso. Again, everything moves together. This is the movement. Okay, second step, same thing. Here, center moves, jaw follows. Okay, and the third one we're doing now is you go here. This is happening. See, super slow. Yeah? Okay, let's try that. 3 steps. Yeah? And this is really what's happening at the moment. Yeah? Okay? The first thing is to feel that you're not doing that, but actually everything starts to move together and then you walk together and move in together. But level 3, where you become elastic, is going to really become like this. Yeah? There's going to be much more elasticity. You're going to separate the tension. You're going to kind of wave motion. Yeah? And this is really something all Aikido have to get into. Especially in this style of Aikido, we tend to easily get stuck in the second level. Everything's rigidly stuck, but we don't go to the elastic phase. Yeah? And this is an important thing. The sensei was incredible at this level. Yeah? When I first saw sensei was in a demonstration of Kino Nagare. The first impression I had of him was fluid Aikido. And he taught Kimon mostly, but his Kino Nagare was incredible. Yeah? And this is literally what we need to go. So these 3 things we did today, the techniques and the illustration I just did. The third level we have to handle. Yeah? So at some point, all I can do is need to get to that level. Yeah? Okay, we're going to take a break. Any questions, by the way? No? Yes? Deborah? Yeah. Sure. Whenever I do any movement in Aikido, I'm going to think about first, feeling my whole body. This is a very theory. Now, feeling your whole body requires a lot of practice. So I can feel my whole body with the weapon. So I can feel everything. Yeah? And then I move from the center. Yeah? Then I can motivate from the center. So I can feel everything, and then I move from the center, and everything goes together.
And then how your this hand ends up like where on the jaw when you do that with your center. It's about halfway.
Little bit short of halfway. For me, but maybe not for you. So don't get hung up on that concept. Yeah? So again, this is the thing about the Hombu. You're going to have to find the same quality, the same principle, the same dynamic with your body. And it will not look the same as the teacher. Yeah? But the key thing is to really feel that you're able to see everything together. And then, inevitably, there's a kind of a tight connection. And then later, that connection needs to become more loose. And that's level 3. But to stay in the tight connection is to stay in katai. We almost like beyond second and third down, you need to be moving into elastic actually. Free activity, not so much rigid activity. Yeah? That's a little bit of a trap for ourselves. We're getting stuck in the first part. Yeah? Okay? Any other questions? Good question, though. Yeah?
I noticed when we were doing the partner practice, it was more like the strike out of the hasso was more moving offline.
Yes.
Than practicing solo, we tend to stay on the line. Is it okay to practice it moving in that kind of power motion?
Sure. I mean, I was showing it in a very simple way. Yeah? But then partner work, we're basically working with angles and everything. So, for example, we do all the SUBURI work when we do the 20 just group. So we're basically working on the line. Yeah? So when you start doing partner work, you're going to be working off the line. Yeah? So these are just different things. But the essential thing is, the good thing about working on the line with the SUBURI is it actually is the more demanding for your hip work. Look, if I do a cut this way, or I do a cut that way, the hips will, essentially it's more easy. Yeah. But if I do this cut, on the line here, I have to work much harder. Yeah? Okay, so the suburi is basically on the line and the partner work is on the line. Yeah, this is an idea. Okay? Okay, we'll take a break.